She is rolling, and so we'll just have it continue rolling, and I'll ask you the questions, and then we're just having a chat.
Okay.
Cool. Happening, businesses are going to have to close. Like, what is kind of like your thought process is that first section of the pandemic kind of fears?
Yeah. Okay, so now that we got that.
I first heard, of course, my kids were sent home from school, and which my kids are older. I had at the time a junior and a senior, so they're self-sufficient, and online learning was not as big of a deal. But as far as the business, it was, wow, we really just got things rolling, and now we have to stop. What do we do?
And we had just hired a new barista, and he worked 9 shifts before we chose to close. And it was hard. Nobody knew what to do. So we did opt to close for 6 weeks, and I'm not really sure exactly what the transition was to reopen, but everybody was starting to do online orders and pickup, and we started with a table up front.
Well, the funny thing is we had talked about how can we do online orderings? We didn't offer it before. Our POS system didn't offer that option, and we're, oh my God, that's going to be like a third-party program, and we'll have to install it. We'll have to figure out how it works and all that. And literally, like the day of or the day after we talked about it, I get an email from our POS system that said, "We now offer online ordering." I'm like, thank you, God. So it was a very easy transition. It was very easy to learn how to do it. A lot of trial and error.
Pivoting.
Yes, pivoting.
The word of 2020. Mm-hmm. But the neighborhood was so supportive. It was amazing. And then when we opened the doors again, our regulars came back. So it's just been a lot of trial and error.
And we did a slow transition back in. We were open 7 days a week. And when we reopened, we didn't know how it was going to go. So we decided I think it was Friday and Saturday. And we didn't know how busy it was going to be. So just Jules and I came in on that Friday. We were slammed. We could barely keep up with the online orders and the people call-in orders and whatnot. So we frantically called one of our baristas, "Can you come help tomorrow?" If nothing else good came out of this entire pandemic for the business world, I think it was people focusing on supporting local. I don't think I had ever seen or felt that kind of support before. I mean, sure, people say shop local, but they really came out and supported local.
We'd also never been in business before.
Well, that's true.
Or been through a pandemic. That being said, I think that was the most gratifying, is to see other businesses help other businesses.
Right.
Period. And we feel very strongly about our network of people have just been amazing, and we do what we can to support them. They support us, and it's pretty awesome.
If you had asked us a year ago, or made the suggestion that we would be opening a second business, I would have told you were crazy. But when we found out that the space next door was coming available, our ears kind of perked, and we had kind of talked about it, and somebody actually made the suggestion, the neighborhood's really been missing a deli. Unfortunately, there was one down the street that had a tragic incident and closed just before we opened in the summer of 18. And they said the neighborhood really needs a deli. And we're like, okay.
Pretty much.
But do you want to share our definition differences?
Okay, this may or may not be in the Webster's dictionary, but our perception of a deli is a place that you can get sandwiches, but also buy bulk ham or loaf of bread. And we didn't want to do that, so that's where the sandwich shop end of things came, and shop is spelled S-H-O-P-P-E because we want to be different.
We're fancy.
Yeah.
And obviously the name comes from us being sisters.
We tossed around a few ideas, but we kept coming back to the sisters, and it's like, why not?
Gosh, there's so much.
Yeah.
Everything we learned opening the coffee shop, we can translate to the sandwich shop.
The good and the bad.
Yes.
And the ugly.
We are expanding our team, and we're really excited about, the new additions, because of course our baristas are the most amazing on the planet. And then to add some more, it's kind of like expanding our family.
Absolutely.
So we are really excited about that. We're excited that we're adding another really cool space to the Macklin Business District. We've got the boutique across the street, and we've got Big River Running, and it's really growing down at the other end of the street. So between us, it's pretty cool. And my favorite thing, I think, is going to be having outdoor music again.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got the whole patio. It's going to be awesome. So you should all come to some of our events. Yeah. Tagline?
Because S is for sandwich.
Well, yeah.
S is for sandwich.
Sisters Sandwich Shop, S is for sandwich.